Good morning. Thought I'd finally get around to doing a guided tour of my polytunnel. It's quite hot in here today. It's about 30 odd degrees. So yeah, and I haven't got any sunglasses and I'm almost blind. So good luck with what I actually show you. What I'll do now is I'll turn the camera around so you can see my polytunnel as it is, and I'll just talk you through what I've got growing here. So this is the polytunnel. We're in mid-May now, so stuff's starting to happen, and we can have a look at what's in here. The first thing we've got these sort of beds here. This is the dead bed. There's nothing in there at the moment. Oh, some Nicotiana. It's just an experiment, just to see what happens. We have some lettuces. They're well done. They're good to eat. They are. So in fact, some look like they're, because it's warm in here, they won't be far before they start going to seed. I wouldn't have thought. There's a tomato plant there. I've got 3 of these. They're in pots because there wasn't any space in my bed, and I just left them in pots just to see what happened, and they're doing very badly, but we'll go with it. We'll see what happens. These are cucumbers. I think these are telegraphs. They're going to be growing up these canes. They're coming on nicely now. We had a bit of a cold spell and that stunted everything for a little while, but they're coming along nicely. What else we got? These are, I put these in yesterday, obviously from seedlings. These are cucamelons. If anyone doesn't know what they are, they're like it's about the size of a grape. It looks like a little watermelon, but tastes of cucumber. I've never actually grown them, but I have tasted them, but I've never grown them. So this is an experiment. See how they go. I'm quite looking forward to that. So yeah, apparently they're easier to grow than cucumbers, which aren't that difficult to grow. These are my melons, the watermelons, Galia. It's a variety. That'll be interesting to see. I don't know how to train them yet. I'm looking at that. They do need manual pollination, so yeah, that'll be a bit interesting to see. I've never tried that before. So this is my artwork. I think I did quite a good job there. Bless her. Cheers. What we have here is we have some early salads. There was some, well, there's still some radishes over on the far side there. I've stopped growing them in here from the end of that row. They go to seed otherwise, and they're a bit rubbish. Some lettuce. This is a mixed leaf lettuce, so I just pull it as I want. Eat that almost every day. Very nice. Some spring onions. There's just a row in there, you can just about see it. Followed by those 2 garlics down there. I don't know where they came from, but well, they're kind of out of the way, so I let them go. So that's it. And there's some bindweed in the back there. That's my speciality bindweed. It comes every year, every week, every goddamn day. Here, this is where I do my seedlings. These are what are they? Dwarf beans. I grow them in here to start with, to get them off going, and then I put them outside. These are just starting to come. There's one there, look. There's another one, they're just starting to come out, and as soon as they're big enough I'll stick them outside. I do that, we get a lot of mice around here and they just eat them out of the ground before they grow, so I just get them going and then I'll stick them straight in the ground. What have we got here? Well, we've got here sweet corn, and we've also got here pumpkins and courgettes, all of which were badly damaged in the frost that we had a few weeks ago. So these are my new crop. These are sweet peppers. These are actually leftovers pretty much. I might stick them in the dead bed down the end, just to use them up. Or I might give them away if I'm feeling nice. If I don't kick them all over. I'm notoriously clumsy. This is the potting corner. This is where I do my magic, if you call it that. Strawberries. These are strawberries. These are coming on nicely. There's plenty of them in there. We can see lots of strawberries this time of year. There we go, look at that one. Oh, I'm going to eat that one. That's a beautiful strawberry. Don't mind if I do. I did actually find a common lizard sitting over there a couple of weeks ago. It was quite interesting. Okay, we've got tomato plants. This first batch aren't looking too well at the moment. Well, they are recovering. They were quite badly hammer butter by the wet weather, by the cold weather. But they are starting to come back. I have sprayed them with Epsom salts, or magnesium sulfate, if you're all sciencey and you want to call it that, to help them out a little bit. Hasn't done too much yet, but they're growing well despite the leaf curl. I hope they'll be better. I know it's the cold because these are nearer the door, and also these ones just on this end. There's three different varieties here, so the ones on the end here are affected by it as well, but the ones here are absolutely fine, pretty much. Anyway, so yeah, so that's those. We have this row here of carrots we planted in last October, and they're horrible, but we just want to see how they'll get on. I think they'll last. I think it can last over a year. So I'm just going to see how far they grow, just for the sake of it. Unless they get in my way, and then I'm going to dig them out. But and then just in front there's a fresh row of carrots, which will be yummy and we'll eat. Hopefully as soon as they're big enough. I like young carrots; they're really nice. These I put in recently. These are my sweet peppers. Quite looking forward to seeing them grow. They seem to have quite a lot of ants on them as well. I have to deal with that. And this lot here are my chilli plants. These are the larger plants, and they've got 14 varieties in total. They're coming on now. I've been growing these since February, most of them. There's a few that I've had swaps of. So yeah, we're working on those. I'll work on those regularly. It's my next batch of them. There's a few there that are a little bit runty on the end. They may or may not grow, but we'll go with it. Who cares? And you can see these ones here. These are my experiment plants, the ones with the little labels. There's 3, one of which I'm going to keep in its pot and not top. One of them I'm going to pot on, but not top. And the one at the back I'm going to do how I treat all the others, where I pot them on and top them. So yeah. So that's it, and that's my polytunnel. The story of this polytunnel and why there's all this timber in here is a story for another day. Needless to say, I learnt my lesson. Anyway, that's that. And there goes the neighbour. Okay, so that's my polytunnel. Hope you enjoyed.